Crypto gaming and metaverse projects are going to deliver some of the best gains of the next crypto bull market. And now that Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of the rest of the market has dipped, I think it's a perfect time to talk about some of the best ways to invest in these areas for the long term. So first off, obviously this is not financial advice, only for education and entertainment purposes only. Let's dive into the list. First up, we have NFT Worlds. So this is essentially a small plot of land that you buy that constitutes a world. It has geographical attributes, environments, natural resources, rare features, and basically allows you to connect to Minecraft and hopefully other games in the future and build upon and create game modes on this world that you buy. And to give you guys a little idea of what it looks like, and then also kind of to hear it from their own words, they kind of describe it as a fully decentralized, fully customizable, community-driven, play-to-earn gaming ecosystem where world owners can create limitless in-game experiences for players or exclusive communities within their worlds. So it sounds like they're working on some exciting stuff. You can see kind of the Minecraft interoperability and kind of how this could work in terms of collaborations. It seems pretty limitless and pretty endless, not to copy their words, but definitely an exciting project. And right now, the way to get involved in NFT Worlds is to go on OpenSea and check out a few different worlds. Right now, the floor is sitting at around 0.54, so about half an Ethereum, which right now at the time of filming, that's, I guess that one just sold. 0.5 Ethereum is around, $2,000, give or take, a little bit less than $2,000 now with the recent drop. But that is NFT Worlds. Number 2 on our list, World Wide Web, similar to NFT Worlds, except the land that you buy is actually in this kind of digital pixelated universe. So it's a different look, different feel, MMORPG, compared to NFT Worlds. So what they're looking at is actually creating a lot of utility for the land that you buy. So for example, they say that businesses are going to be a big part of the ecosystem within the game. You're going to be able to build businesses and play an essential role within the in-game utility. And there's actually going to be an in-game economy. And as you can see, the roadmap goes on for forever and ever. And in the interest of time, I'm not going to get it too deep, but definitely something to do some more research on. It's a dedicated team, and they have a lot going on in terms of providing early opportunities for people to get in here into the game. And if you see here, I've kind of opened up and played it a little bit recently. It's definitely got a good look and feel. It's high quality. It definitely feels a little bit retro, right? As you can see, it's not like it's high quality graphics or anything like that. You can see some people have already introduced their NFTs into the space, so that's something that you can link up. There's a Mooncat. I saw a couple Axie Littles in here earlier. So definitely cool stuff that they're working on here. There are people playing the game. There are people buying the land. And right now, it's more so apartments and like penthouses instead of like land, because the whole idea is you're putting businesses and offices within this apartment space once the ecosystem is alive and kicking. Right now, we're looking at a 0.395 floor price on OpenSea, which at the time of filming is about $1,400-$1,500. So that would be the best way to get involved in World Wide Web. And now we can move on to the third project on our list, which most of you guys have probably heard about. It is the behemoth Sandbox. So very, very Minecraft-esque. You're building worlds and ecosystems and communities to hang out in. Snoop Dogg has gotten involved in this. Adidas has gotten involved in this. They haven't opened it up, at least to my knowledge, to the entire public until next year, but they have opened up smaller communities for people to test it out one by one, but their land has also gone for sale as well. And this is really when we talk about the crypto gaming sector, the metaverse sector within crypto. Sandbox is really considered the blue chip, the Bitcoin of the space right now, next to Axie Infinity. But just within this space, as you can see, they're partnering with a lot of big name brands. Definitely one to keep your eye out on. And like I said, they're also partnering with Adidas. So Adidas actually bought a big plot of land within Sandbox and is now going to be able to use that for future promotions, future collaborations. And, I think it's a smart move on behalf of Adidas. They're looking into the future, but it just shows that, Sandbox is really, partnering with some big names, and people are seeing the value. Like I said before, Snoop Dogg even has his own kind of private party pass. I think he held one concert so far, and allowed people with the party pass to come in for a private concert in the metaverse. So, obviously it's really, really cool to see celebrities taking this up as well. And different from the last two projects we talked about, there's actually a couple ways to get involved in the Sandbox ecosystem. So first of all, you could buy SAND, the utility token of Sandbox. I believe it's on Coinbase. I'm not sure. I'm blanking right now. But this is a common token. You can buy this. Pretty crazy run up this year with all the Facebook meta news and just things finally kind of being announced for Sandbox and everything that they're developing. I do, over the long term, expect this to rise. It's at a 5 billion, market cap. I wouldn't be surprised, if one day we see 100 billion from Sandbox if things continue this way. But obviously, short-term price action, a lot more up in the air with what's been going on in the market. So we're really talking long-term. If you have a little bit more budget, you could also dive into Sandbox Metaverse and get yourself a piece of land. But when I talk big budget, I'm talking, 15 grand, 14 grand with that floor price of 3.1 Ethereum. But you can see you basically purchase the coordinates, and you can see what other plots of land you are next to when you purchase your plot of land. So really, really cool way to get involved there, especially if you have a little bit more budget. Next project you've also probably heard about, it's Decentraland. So Decentraland, very similar to Sandbox in terms of it being an immersive experience, kind of metaverse world where you run around, you have your own kind of custom character. But from what I've heard from people who have played it and who have kind of spent some time in Decentraland, it seems like it's more of a hangout spot rather than actively playing games. It seems people there, people get there just to socialize, and at least is what I'm hearing. At least, obviously I need to get in there and play it myself. But it sounds like it's more of a community and place to hang out as opposed to just playing games. More so, Sandbox is kind of a combination of both. And you can see when they're talking about customizing your character, creating your own world, they have this huge marketplace where you can buy parcels, estates, apartment buildings. And then you can also buy, just things for your character, right? So if I wanted to come in here and buy myself a nice little cat love shirt, I come in and, use the native token MANA to buy that off the Decentraland marketplace. So as you can see, our future is going to be pretty insane. There's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline here with Decentraland as well. Two ways, just like Sandbox, to get involved in Decentraland. So first off, is the MANA token, probably the most popular way to get involved. Same thing with, similar to Sandbox. We kind of had this consolidation period for months from the spring to the summer, and then this huge pop in October when we had some of that meta news come out, and then we had additional launches and news come from Decentraland devs. So we saw that huge pop up, and now it's kind of leveled out over here, kind of similar to Sandbox. Again, short term is very, unpredictable, but long term, I think Decentraland will probably be, a big player in the crypto gaming space. The other way to get involved, similar to Sandbox, is to go into the metaverse and buy yourself a piece of Decentraland land. And this is even a little bit steeper than Sandbox. So your budget's going to have to be a little bit bigger if you want one of these puppies. Right now, I think minimum we're looking at about $14,000 to pick up a Decentraland parcel of land. But that is obviously another way to get involved. I would say maybe a little bit more risky, but at the same time, probably a little bit more reward involved in picking up pieces of land in these metaverses. All right, second to last on our list, we are going to talk about the king of crypto gaming, Axie Infinity. Probably the leader in the space in terms of gaming, right up there next to Sandbox. And I believe Axie was first, but someone can correct me on that in the comments. But in terms of daily active players, just insane, right? 250,000. Over 90,000 ETH has been traded in their in-house marketplace. So they have a marketplace similar to Decentraland, where people buy and trade items in game for real money. And people are earning a lot of real money through AXS and SLP tokens. You know, some people in the Philippines and other countries are actually playing this as a full-time job. You know, they're making, you know, a couple $100 to $500 a month playing this game. So they've kind of really set the bar for play to earn and kind of the tokenomics for play to earn. But definitely a really, really cool project. You know, they have kind of this idea of, you know, essentially bringing this kind of community and economy together, and kind of setting the bar, like I said, for play to earn, right? That's kind of the whole idea. You're competing in battles, you know, you're trying to be top of leaderboards, you're trying to win battles back and forth, whether solo and in team. And here's a little bit of gameplay. As you can see, it's kind of that taking turn, you know, kind of strategic move type of gameplay, where you're summoning cards, summoning different spells, and kind of going back and forth. And the idea is, as you level up, as you win more, as you climb leaderboards, you win SLP and AXS tokens. So the best way to get involved in Axie would probably be buying the utility token AXS. So AXS, when we talk about crypto gaming, even more so than Sandbox, the token's been out longer, and it's also, you know, probably considered more of a blue chip in most people's eyes, in terms of the stability of the coin. But still, you know, kind of same pattern here that we saw midsummer, huge run up, came up all the way up to, you know, 160-ish, and now we're down, consolidating back by 105, 104. So, you know, with the recent pullback, I think it's, you know, a good time to start dollar cost averaging into a few of these projects. And I think long term, you know, Axie is definitely going to be figuring things out. They're definitely be adding to their arsenal of games and products. So, you know, I think with the, you know, lead that they have right now in the marketplace, I think that gives them a good leg up in terms of being able to continue developing popular games. So finally, we're going to talk about Gala games. Really, really excited for this one. This one's kind of more of a young player in the space, from my knowledge. They've come out with quite a few games. They're more of a game studio as opposed to some of the other projects we talked about, which are more ecosystems and actual, you know, metaverse worlds. This is more of a game studio. So as you can see, they have games like Mirandus, which you may have heard of, Spider Tank. A lot of these are in beta. A lot of them are still in development. So, you know, you're betting on a lot of unproved potential so far. The hype is there, the potential is there. They have announced quite a few different roles opening up recently in the last few months. So they're expanding their team. I mean, just look at this list of roles. They have serious funding, they have serious backing. Their roadmap is legitimate. And I would say with one of the coolest things to note about them is, even though they're one of the smaller players in the space, they're announcing some big time partnerships. So they're partnering with Ember Entertainment and AMC's The Walking Dead to actually bring a MMORPG game to the metaverse. So it's gonna actually, I mean, it looks really, really sleek. So I mean, they are essentially making real high quality, you know, motion graphic games and bringing them to the crypto community. So really excited to see what Gala does. You know, they have a lot of potential. Definitely a little bit less proven than some of the other projects we talked about today. But again, you know, trading at 50 cents, it's also by far the cheapest that we've talked about today. So, you know, huge run up. I mean, I'm sound like a broken record, but basically same, you know, thing, same pattern followed with this huge run up, late fall, early fall, late summer. But Gala really shot up on all this news. And, you know, we were all the way up, you know, at 80 cents, give or take. Now we're consolidating back around 50, and we're kind of creating this bullish channel right here. So Gala definitely one to watch out for. I think they have a lot of potential in the space, you know, nearly half the market cap of the other projects that we talked about. So a lot more growth potential from here than the other projects. So definitely want to keep your eye out on. But those are the projects I wanted to discuss today. Hopefully that helped a little bit in terms of getting an idea for what investments are out there in the crypto gaming metaverse space. Drop a comment, let me know what other projects you want me to cover. Took a little bit of break from TA content. In this one, I thought this was a critical piece of information to get out to you guys. but we'll be back with the TA soon. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.